Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and to the second of a series I hope to do a lot more on, Dear Retro. Today we take a look at an absolute classic. And if you like what you see here today, you can also find me on Twitch where I stream a variety of games. Once upon a time, or more specifically in 1968, a man named Philip K. Dick created a masterpiece of science fiction named Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? In 1982, Ridley Scott brought this sci-fi masterpiece to the big screen, calling his creation something a little more succinct. Blade Runner. A visual masterpiece with a soundtrack to match, the movie adapted the book loosely, rather than taking all elements as they were written. This may be one of the only times that I, an avid reader, will say, the movie may actually be better than the book. In 1997, Westwood decided to adapt the adaptation and created Blade Runner, an adventure game for PC. I actually still own my 4 CD-ROM version of this game, though attempting to install it now presents more problems than it's worth. The shooting range area was bugged if you didn't install a patch, which actually can still be found on certain websites. The targets would simply never materialize, thus giving you no chance to get a final score. For anyone wondering, I got this score because this particular game I was using to pull scenes from is on easy. Playing on medium or hard, it creates a more challenging shooting range where you are more likely to shoot a civilian by accident. Anyway, luckily, GOG have released the game after years of legal battles, and I'm very happy to report it runs beautifully, including the shooting range. You may recognize the intro to the game. While the game copies this almost directly from the movie, as seen here, and it plays during the same time frame, again, you can see this here, it gives us a very different set of characters. Harrison Ford's Decker from the movie can actually be spotted in the background of a photograph that the main character of this particular story, Blade Runner the Adventure Game, is in. Well, sort of. It's suggested that it's Decker. Avid fans of the movie will likely note this moment. In saying that, there are certain characters that reprise their roles in the game. Rachel, the love interest from the movie, being one of the more obvious ones. However, once again, fans of the movies may also recognize these 2 voices.
What you do, huh?
Excuse me.
Deliveries to where?
LPD, I got a couple of questions.
Talk, always talk. You wait, you no take up time. Busy.
Marcus Eisendaler is dead.
Okay, we talk.
If you want to get together, I'm still at the Bradbury. I'll be here all night.
The game actually has 2 other voices that may be familiar to some. Fans of NCIS may recognize Polly Perrette as young Lucy. She played Abby in the series.
Little one. Just one little thing.
Mr. Runcer, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
And then there's Lisa Edelstein, best known as her portrayal as Dr. Cuddy in House, as the sultry and dangerous Steele.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
The game itself is very much a detective story. You can collect clues and solve puzzles in various ways. You have several items at your disposal, or tools rather, and these are directly pulled from the movie, including the Void Comp test and the ability to use photographs to find further evidence. There is no one way to get to the end of this game, of which there are several. Endings, that is. Several endings. You see, the game on startup creates a set of determining factors that you, the player, are not aware of. These determinations can change each time you select New Game. I mean, look, you're always a Blade Runner. You are always supposed to execute, retire replicants. How sure are you when you pull your gun that they are a replicant before you take aim and attempt to collect your bounty? You are forewarned about what happens if you make a mistake.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that.
The game will predetermine, every new game, who is and is not a replicant. I don't want to go into spoilers here, but there are many twists to this story that revolve around this premise, and it makes the game highly worth replaying. To give one example, there is a scene early on with a character who you suspect was involved in the animal murder you are summoned to at the beginning of the game. Now, here we have a suspect, and we want to question him. Questioning suspects will also depend on how you choose McCoy to approach them. There are several options, including my personal favorite, the I want to choose the conversation option. So, for this suspect, questioning him results, as far as I've been able to determine, in him fleeing every single time you pursue. Now, how would you handle this moment as a Blade Runner?
Relax. Nobody's gonna get retired, okay?
Look, I could go on and on about the different locations, the unique characters, but at the end of the day, what I really want to say is play this game. It's on GOG. It usually hovers around the $15 Australian price range, and it is 1,000% worth it. There's even been talk of a remaster coming this year. You know I'll be the first in line for that one. And hey, if this hasn't convinced you, let me end on this. You have a pet dog.
I lived with the best gal I'd ever seen. She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner.